Your digital life is under constant threat. Every day, cybercriminals deploy sophisticated tactics to breach your defenses and steal your data. From sneaky phishing emails to cunning malware, the methods hackers use are evolving faster than ever. In this video, we'll expose the most common and dangerous hacking techniques used today. You'll learn how these attacks work, why they're so effective, and most importantly, how to protect yourself. In the early days of computing, hacking was often seen as a harmless hobby. Tech enthusiasts would hack their systems to improve performance or add new features. It was more about curiosity and pushing technological boundaries than causing harm. But as our lives became increasingly digital, the dark side of hacking emerged. Cybercriminals realized the potential for financial gain, and state-sponsored hackers saw the opportunity for espionage and sabotage. The tools and techniques evolved rapidly, becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. Back in the day, hacking was not an easy task, but now, every second person is trying to do it and gaining access to his rival. Just take a look at phishing attacks. Phishing remains one of the most effective and widespread hacking tools. Here is how it typically works. You receive an email that appears to be from a trusted source, your bank, a social media platform, or even a friend. The message creates a sense of urgency, asking you to verify your account or check out this important document. When you click the link, you're taken to a fake website that looks legitimate. You enter your login credentials, unknowingly handed them over to the hackers. Phishing has become incredibly sophisticated. Some attacks, known as spear phishing, are highly targeted and can fool even the most tech-savvy individuals. They might use information from your social media profiles to craft personalized messages that seem utterly convincing. When people became aware of phishing attacks, hackers got a new way to attack someone's device: malware infections. Malware, short for malicious software, is a broad term that covers various types of harmful programs. These include viruses, which are programs that replicate and spread to other computers, often causing damage to files or systems. Then, there are Trojans, which are malware disguised as legitimate software, allowing hackers to access your system. Ransomware is another type of malware that encrypts your files and demands payment for the decryption key. Lastly, spyware is software that secretly monitors your activities and sends data back to hackers. Hackers distribute malware through infected email attachments, compromised websites, and even legitimate-looking software downloads. Once installed on your device, malware can steal your data, damage your system, or even use your computer as part of a larger network of infected machines known as a botnet to carry out attacks on others. After a malware, they use password attacks, which are another common hacking method. Your passwords are the keys to your digital kingdom, and hackers have numerous ways to crack them. Brute force attacks use automated programs that try countless combinations of characters until they find the right one. Dictionary attackers are similar to brute force, but use a list of common words and phrases. Credential stuffing is when hackers use stolen username password combinations from one service to try and access other accounts, exploiting the fact that many people reuse passwords across multiple sites. The rise of powerful computing and the availability of massive databases of leaked passwords on the dark web have made password attacks more effective than ever. Man-in-the-middle attacks are yet another technique used by hackers. Imagine you're having a conversation with someone, but unknown to you, there's a third person intercepting and potentially altering your messages. That's essentially what happens in a man-in-the-middle attack. Hackers insert themselves between you and the service you're trying to access. This can happen on unsecured public Wi-Fi networks, where attackers can intercept data passing between your device and the router. They might set up a fake Wi-Fi hotspot that looks legitimate, tricking you into connecting and exposing all your traffic. Once in position, the hacker can steal your login credentials, financial information, or any other sensitive data you transmit. With evolving technology, hackers are using newer methods that are easier to launch and work smartly without even letting the other realize what's going on. One of the newer methods was SQL injection, which targets vulnerabilities in web applications that use SQL databases. Hackers insert malicious code into user input fields like search boxes or login forms to manipulate the database and potentially access or modify sensitive information. While SQL injection is more of a concern for website owners and developers, it's important for users to understand because it can lead to massive data breaches that expose your personal information. Then come zero-day exploits, particularly dangerous hacking techniques. A zero-day exploit targets a previously unknown vulnerability in software or hardware. These are particularly dangerous because no patch is available when the attack begins, leaving even up-to-date systems vulnerable. Sophisticated hackers and cybercrime organizations often hoard these exploits, using them to target high-value individuals or organizations. However, once a zero-day exploit becomes public, it can quickly be used in widespread attacks before a patch is developed and distributed. Lastly, we have social engineering. While not strictly a technical method, social engineering is a crucial tool in many hackers' arsenals. It involves manipulating people into divulging confidential information or performing actions that compromise security. Social engineering can take many forms, including pretexting, which is creating a fabricated scenario to obtain information, baiting, which is offering something enticing to trick users into compromising their security, and tailgating, which is physically following an authorized person into a restricted area. The effectiveness of social engineering lies in its exploitation of human psychology rather than technical vulnerabilities. It's often combined with other hacking methods to create more powerful attacks. To illustrate how these different methods can come together, let's walk through a hypothetical but all too realistic hacking scenario. The attacker begins with reconnaissance, gathering publicly available information about the target from social media and other online sources. Using this information, they craft a convincing spear phishing email that appears to be from a colleague or a friend. The email contains a link to a document hosted on a legitimate-looking but fake website. When the target clicks the link and enters their credentials, the attacker captures them. With these credentials, the hacker gains access to the target's email account. They use this to reset passwords for other services and gather more personal information. The attacker then uses social engineering techniques, posing as the target in communications with their bank or other sensitive accounts. Meanwhile, the initial phishing link also installed malware on the target's device, allowing the hacker to monitor keystrokes and potentially access webcams or microphones. The hacker uses all this gathered information for identity theft, financial fraud, or even blackmail. This scenario demonstrates how different hacking techniques can be combined to have devastating effects. It also highlights why a multi-layered approach to security is so crucial. As we surround ourselves with more internet-connected devices, from smart speakers to security cameras and even refrigerators, we're creating new entry points for hackers. The Internet of Things has expanded our digital footprint, and unfortunately, security hasn't always kept pace. Many IoT devices come with default passwords that users never change, or they lack basic security features altogether. Hackers can exploit these vulnerabilities to gain access to your home network, spy on you through connected cameras or microphones, use your devices as part of a botnet for larger attacks, or even manipulate smart home systems. Imagine a hacker controlling your thermostat or door locks. The proliferation of IoT devices means that protecting your digital life isn't just about securing your computer and smartphone anymore. It's about considering every connected device in your home. This expanding attack surface presents new challenges for cybersecurity and requires users to be more vigilant than ever about the devices they bring into their homes and how they secure them. Despite advances in technology, human remains the weakest link in cybersecurity. Understanding why we fall for hacks is crucial to preventing them. One key factor is a lack of awareness. Many people simply don't know about the latest hacking techniques or how to spot them. This ignorance can lead to risky online behavior and make individuals easy targets for cybercriminals. Overconfidence is another significant factor. The "it won't happen to me" mentality can lead people to take unnecessary risks online, believing they're too smart to fall for common scams or hacking attempts. This overconfidence is often misplaced and can leave individuals vulnerable to sophisticated attacks. Trust plays a crucial role in why we fall for hacks. We're more likely to let our guard down when we think we're interacting with someone or something we trust. Hackers exploit this trust by impersonating known entities or creating scenarios that seem legitimate, causing us to lower our defenses. The desire for convenience often trumps security concerns for many people. Strong security practices can be inconvenient, leading people to cut corners. This might involve using weak passwords, ignoring software updates, or clicking on links without verifying their authenticity, all behaviors that hackers can exploit. And finally, fear and urgency are powerful emotions that hackers often exploit to push us into hasty actions. When we're scared or feel we need to act quickly, we're more likely to make mistakes and overlook red flags that might otherwise alert us to a potential scam or hack. By recognizing these psychological factors, we can better prepare ourselves to resist manipulation attempts and make more secure decisions online. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever been hacked? How did it happen? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.